Hello everyone, and welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Today we are going to have a, oops, I guess I can't show you that, I almost did. We are going to have a peek at some new products coming in January. Part of the January online exclusives. It is called the Lovely Blossoms Suite. And it has these gorgeous embellishments. The coordinating colors for the DSP are Old Olive, Cloud Cover, Crumb Cake, Secret Sea, and Petal Pink. There's also Cloud Cover ribbon, and this is so soft. A coordinating embossing folder called the Lovely Stripes embossing folder, and it's actually got stitched stripes. And of course, the Lovely Arrangements bundle. And that has this fabulous floral stamp set with loads of greetings. I like that. As well as the Lovely Arrangements dies. And check out these two dies. This one makes like an eyelet lace pattern. And I haven't used this one yet, but it is just dots. Then we have a couple of tag dies, some leaves, and the flowers. So we're going to have a play with this today. And we're going to be doing pretty simple cards today. Simply because, well, wait, I'll show you. Wait till I show you the DSP. This stuff is fabulous. It's called Lovely Blossoms 12 by 12. And check these out. There are 3 sheets of this pattern, and the flip side is the Cloud Cover stripes. There are 3 sheets of this pattern. I love this one. And the flip side is Petal Pink. There are 3 sheets of this one. And the flip side is Secret Sea. And there are 3 sheets of this one. And the flip side is Old Olive. Isn't that cool? So you can probably guess by me saying that we're going to be making relatively easy cards today. After seeing that DSP, you know what we're going to be doing. We're going to be using that cut apart sheet. And I've cut it apart. Aside from the, oops, that's just a piece of DSP. Aside from the there we go. Aside from the 3 pieces that we're going to use on our cards, on that sheet there are also these pieces. So look, there's a whole bunch more cards. I have so many ideas for this suite of products, so you are sure to see more of this one. All right, let's just set this stuff aside, and we are going to start off with a Secret Sea card and this panel. Now, I have cut this panel down to suit what I want to do. So, let me get my card base scored here. And I do not have a liner for the inside, so let's just get that right now. 3 3/4 for this one. Oh, I can't cut 5 with this cutter. I I love my little tiny cutter, but man, I wish it was just 1.5 inches longer. By 5. There we go. All right. So we have a nice piece of basic white that we're going to put on the inside of the card. And I'm just going to put Tombow on there, and we're going to put it right inside. And that way we will be done with our insides. All right, now, where's that bone folder? Fun fact, this Secret C, I find it to be thicker than some of our other cardstock. Has anybody else noticed that? All right, I have cut down the panel, and I'm going to mat that on another piece of Secret C because I want to add some ribbon to my card, and DSP is pretty flimsy to me. So there we have it. Isn't that pretty? Now when this goes on here, see the pop? But before we do that, I want to cut a piece of this ribbon and add this to my card. And I'm just going to grab some Scotch tape because it's right here. And I'm just going to pop it right there. Now, I guess I have lots of ribbon, don't I? And then we'll wrap that around the back side. Okay, now we'll take our Tombow and add this to our second piece of DSP. Just matching our borders the best we can. And now this one, if you want, you can put it on dimensionals, but I'm going to put mine flat. I think with all the layers I've got on here, I don't think I need to put dimensionals. But you do you. If you make this card, do what makes you happy. There we go. So far, so good. All right, let's get that ribbon out of the way. And, oh, no, I need another little piece of ribbon. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm just going to do a little knot. And what I like about this knot is I can slide it wherever I want it. If I want it on this side, I can leave it here, which I'm going to do. Tails are a bit long. There we go. Now I need a glue dot just because I don't like my tails flopping away. Well, where's my pick tool? There it is. There's one, glued in place. And there's the second one. All right, shaping up, eh? Let's bring in some embellishments. And we have to think about where we're going to place these because we have greetings to do. And this one here, I think I'm just going to do as a happy birthday. So let's pull the stamp set out and die set. I shouldn't have put it back in there, really. All right, there's our dies. And here's our stamp. I think that happy birthday will fit and it will in here. So we are going to grab a block, pick up our stamp, find our secret C ink. Where did I put it? Oh, over here. That's why I can't find it. All right. Now we need a little piece of white, and I have a little piece of white. Let's ink this up, and I'm going to stamp it a couple of times first, just to make sure it's nice and crisp. There we go. All right. I'm going to close up that ink, because if I don't, I'll have it all over. And we're going to center this, grab a piece of tape, and hold that in place. And I'm going to bring in my mini. Oops, did you see what I just did? Darn. Okay. No worries, I can fix it. We'll put it on the plate. And get it in place. There we go. I should have done that from the start. All right. Now we have our greeting. And I like it because it's skinny. Nice and skinny. That back there. Oh, how about that? I like that. I think we need some glue dots. I'm going to go with it. Let me flip this over and add some glue dots to it. It's been a long time since I've put a greeting on a ribbon. And glue dots are the perfect thing because they're super, super sticky. Oops. And I'm going to put 5 on here. Yes, it's excessive, but I don't want it to fall off, so. There we go. And I'm going to pop that right on. That hook is the most useful tool. All right, now let's see. Is the most useful tool. Oh, sorry, I got feedback. Let's see. I'm going to put a big one there, a little one there, and a little one down there. And there is our first card using the Lovely Arrangements bundle. All right, that's the first one. I told you they're going to be easy, so we're going to do multiples. Okay, on to our second card. We have a petal pink card base this time. And got that very even. Let me pop this in here and take that little sliver off because we don't want an uneven card. All right. And again, we need a card liner. So let's go 3 3/4. by 5. There we go. Perfect. And we'll grab some Tombow and get the inside done first. Now, I could very easily stamp the insides of these. I'm just keeping these pretty simple today. Sometimes simple is good. Next time we use this bundle, I'll get into some fun folds, perhaps. All right, this one has also been cut down. The size that these are when you cut them out of the DSP is 4 by 6. So I love the fact that Stampin' Up! Has allowed us the ability to cut them down. They left lots of space around them, so that is a good thing. Oh, I need to get this on straight. Let's try this again. There we go. That's better. And then we're going to put this, no, we're not, we're going to put our ribbon on. This time, I think I'm going to do, okay, let's put this right on our DSP because my ribbon is not going to go around the card this time. It is going to be a bow on my stem. There we go. Isn't that pretty? So I guess I could put this right on my card front. This one's going together super, super quickly. I don't know about you. What's your thoughts on petal pink? I struggle with petal pink. I'm not a subtle color person to start with. But petal pink, I really struggle with it. It's not my favorite by a long shot. All right. I have some iridescent striped trim. And I'm going to do a simple bow just to put on the stem of that card to make it pretty. And some scissors to trim our tails. And look at that sparkle. Oh, that's nice. It is one snowy day today here in Winnipeg. Our work is actually closed today because of the storm, which is why I am here in the middle of the weekday playing with paper with you folks. Normally I would be at work. All right, let's put that glue dot down like so. I think I'm going to put a couple more on those tails. Just so they don't go crazy on me. All right, so I think we should have some sparkly dots on this one. There's white ones on there or the Secret Sea that we could use, but I think we should have something iridescent. And we've got these iridescent foiled gems, but I don't think that's right. We've got iridescent faceted gems and iridescent pearls. Let's see which one we want. I think we want these ones. Either would work, but I think we want these ones. And let's put one up there. Oops, that one went flying on the floor. One there. And Let's put 2 up here. And there is that. How pretty is that? I hope the camera is picking up all that sparkle. Now I need to stamp a greeting for this one. And let's have a look. Where is my stamp set? I don't want anything really big. How about just a note? That could be anything, right? Just a note. There we go. And this one, not too bad for the first try. I will take it. This one I'm going to take my snips and I'm going to angle cut it. And the same thing here. But I think it's too big. I'm going to bring in my mini paper trimmer. And we're going to take a slice off of the top and the bottom. So, something like that. And then we're going to flip it. And do the same. There we go. Just a note. Now, let's get rid of some of these little bits. I have some mini dimensionals, and we will pop this one up. 1, 2, 3, and there's one on my finger that we don't need. All right. Get those little paper backings off. And I'm just going to offset that to the side a little bit on top of those leaves. And there, my friends, is our second card. All right, I'm going to put that one aside and we're going to move on to our third and final card for today. This one is on a basic white card base, so we do not need a card liner unless we wanted one, if we wanted to put a matte layer on the inside. And actually, let's do that because I have this little piece left over. I am going to get the other paper trimmer so that I can cut it down. This is 4 by 5 1/4. Right? And we can put that on the inside, which means I'm going to need a piece of basic white. I'll cut this in half. And then come on, 3 3/4 by 5. There we are. So each one of these cards has been done differently. Cool. And there is our liner, if I can get it in straight. our liner mat, I guess. And there is our greeting panel. And that's nice because the basic white is quite thin anyway. And just because I can, look at those two flowers and leaves just sitting there saying, hey, take a minute, fussy cut me, and put me in your card instead of throwing me in the garbage. So that's what we're going to do, my friends. We are going to take a minute. If I can get in here with the tip of my snips. And we are going to fussy cut 2 leaves and at least 1 flower. And you will notice that the leaf is on an edge here, right? So that just tells me that I have to put that side on an edge on my card, right? So that either has to go like that or like that. Easy peasy. Now, let's see these flowers. And when you're fussy cutting, a tip for you is to move your paper as much as you can and not your scissors. You'll get smoother cuts and you have more control that way. I'm going to leave those 2 flowers connected. I know you don't want to watch me fussy cut, but oh well, it's only 2 little flowers. And we're almost done. There we go. There we go. So if I went like that, oops, I see a little bit of blue on here that I want to take off. There we go. So if I went like that, that would make the inside of my card pretty, huh? Let's glue the leaves in place. Somewhere like that. And because it's on the inside of the card, they're going to have to go flat. And I have decided I'm cutting them apart with glue on the back. Yep. You've seen it here, folks. Because I want to overlap them. That's why I'm cutting them apart. I want to overlap them a little bit. There we go. There we go. So now we have a pretty inside. Let's continue with our outside. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. And one thought I had was that I could cut around here with my snips and leave this and the leaf tips out for like a 3D effect. But I'm not going to do that. As I said, this is a very simple class today. So we're going to stick with the simple theme. There we go. Now with this one, I have Old Olive ribbon. I have the glitzy white. I think I have enough white on there. I don't know whether I want the Old Olive or the Secret Sea. Either one will work. I think the Old Olive. We've already used the Secret Sea, so let's try the Old Olive. And I'm only going to do a bow. And I'm going to do a tiny wee one this time. Super tiny. So tiny that it's hard for me to get it through the sticks. There we go. All right. Let's trim this up a bit. All right. So I'm not putting any ribbon around, so we're going to put this right flat on the front of our card. Like so. Then we're going to need a glue dot for our, oops, I skipped a couple. A glue dot for our wee bow. And as always, I need to affix those tails down. All right, one more glue dot. There we go. That looks good. Now, we need a greeting. I've got a couple happy birthday greetings here, but I think perhaps we'll go with a little bigger one. It says, hello, friend. Hello, friend. I'll pick that up. And I'm going to use Secret Sea ink. And let's stamp that right about there. Oh, that's perfect. Beautiful. And this time I'm going to use this circular ended trying to find my mini die cutter. We're going to use the circle-ended rectangle. Circle-ended rectangle. That sounds stupid. I don't know what you call this shape. Elongated oval, maybe? Heavens. Okay. Center that. Stick it down. And we will run this through. Peel that off and let's see what we got here. Where do I want to put this? Down low, in the middle. Oh, I think right there. We'll just cover up that one flower. I think that looks good there. Let's grab some larger dimensionals. And we're going to pop this up. Oops. Get those paper backings off. Maybe. And pop this in place. I love how crisp and clean that one looks. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, now we're going to find our desktop, move some of this stuff out of the way, and grab some of these beautiful old olive dots. And I'm just going to put leave it like that. I know you're supposed to do 3. I'm not feeling 3, I'm feeling 2 today. Just the way it is. All right. That, my friends, is our 3rd card. And we have a little happy surprise on the inside of that one. All right, let me clear this out of the way. And I'll bring back the other 2 so that you can see them all together. Just a note, hello friend, and happy birthday. And that is all with the lovely arrangements bundle that's coming in January in the online exclusives. All right, I've shown you a little bit what you can do with the pre-designed papers. Next time I come back with this set, we're going to be doing fun folds and maybe some techniques. All right, I got lots of ideas. I will see you again soon. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.